Okay, here we go. Game week 4 team selection. Might be a bit of a surprise coming up with one of my picks. So got to maybe a little bit different. Could be a masterstroke. Could be it could be a disaster. Probably will be a disaster, knowing me. But it's like kind of the way I like to play the game. Bit different. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, so starting off, let's have a look at the goalkeeper and defence. Edison in goal. I'm pretty pleased with how he's done so far. I mean, 2 clean sheets out of 3. Did his usual letting a goal in the 85th minute last week. But, he's just a nice guy. He likes to, I don't know, maybe he feels sorry for the opposition and he goes off, uh, gets a Cornish pasty or something, well, leaves an open net for someone to go and score in. Why not? I mean, people laughed at me at the beginning of the season, I think, for choosing Edison. Um, Goalkeeper pick was a bit of a. I think there weren't any real standout options for me, and he looked like the best of the bunch. He's obviously he doesn't get that many save points, but you're really looking for some clean sheets from him. And if you look at the people who chose Pickford, I mean, who's laughing now? But I mean, Pickford could come good anyway, and he's back. That's the thing, is that kind of goalkeeper can get a load of clean sheet a load of save points. Edison isn't going to, but I'm just hoping for a clean sheet out of him. Next, Akanji, who didn't play in the last game. Um, I think. I mean, it's a bit confusing. He said it. I think Pep said he wasn't fully fit. Foden dropped or didn't start because of gastroenteritis, and reading between the lines, it sounded like maybe Akanji had the same thing. So if that's the case, maybe he'll be back. I really hope he's back, because hoping for another clean sheet from him. And uh, Chilwell in goal, not in goal, in defence for Chelsea. Playing Nottingham Forest this week. Maybe he's learned how to shoot. He didn't need to practice shooting. He just needs to learn how to shoot. It's a bit like me on a Thursday night. But when I shoot, I tend to scuff the ball and it goes in anyway. So I'll give him some shooting tips, maybe. Hopefully, the next time he gets a chance in goal, he'll shoot, because he was in a fantastic. What I don't know why he chose to pass that one that he did against Luton, because he would have been on for a haul. Obviously, he looks like probably the best defender to own at the moment from an attacking point of view, and hopefully, I mean, the Chelsea's fixtures at the moment look really good. Estupinian plays Newcastle, so I've got him in at the moment. Not really expecting a clean sheet, especially, I mean, Brighton haven't kept any clean sheets so far, but he's very attacking, and hoping for maybe something out of him. Let's see what happens. To the midfield here, I said there might be a surprise. So start off, I've got Martinelli, Saka, Bowen, and Rashford. Now I've already made the transfer Mitoma to Bowen, because I decided that's what I wanted to do, and he was going to lose. He was going to go up in value, Bowen. Don't normally make early transfers, but I kind of have decided that I think that I want Bowen, and you may see that cap there. So I'm going to captain him this week. He's playing Luton. It's probably a bad idea. I'm not saying that's going to work, but it's kind of a really fun pick. I really want to do it. So, it may backfire, and it probably will do, but who cares? He looks a great player to me, and he looks like he's back in form, playing well. How he was a couple of seasons ago. I really hope he does well again this season, because he looks like, I think he'd be a great player for England as well if he can break back into the team. Although England have a lot of great midfielders, so who knows? Captain against Luton. Yeah. Well, people on Twitter couldn't talk me out of it. I know it's probably not the greatest idea, but I I want to do it. So it's my team, and that's what I'm going to do. Marcus Rashford against Arsenal, and the Arsenal midfielders play against Manchester United. So Martinelli will probably become one of either Madison or Sterling. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'm edging towards Sterling because he's slightly cheaper and he gives me an easier route to Trippier in week 5 or week 6. Now I could roll and leave it with this midfield, and that would give me 2 free transfers going into the international break, which would be a good idea. But I kind of want Sterling, and Martinelli hasn't. I mean, he could. He's the type of player that could start scoring at any point. He could get a load of returns. And people say that he plays better when Jesus is there, and Jesus seems to be back in the team now. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but you know, I think it'll probably be that I move to Sterling or Madison, and at the moment edging towards Sterling. Let me know what you think, whether I should go for one or the other, or keep Martinelli, or go for somebody else. But I'm that one I haven't moved early. There's all sorts of rumours on Twitter that Sterling is injured. I don't think he is. He was left out of the Carabao Cup team, but I mean, I don't think that means he's necessarily injured. The other thing to think about is that who is it they've signed? Oh yes, Palmer from Manchester City, 45 million. Who looks a great player, and it'll be interesting to see where he fits into that team. Whether he takes some minutes off of someone like Sterling, or what exactly happens there. So yeah, Bowen captaincy, crazy, probably will not work. Probably a bad idea. I don't care. I'm doing it. So wish me luck on that one. Okay, so then the attackers, Ollie Watkins, who plays Liverpool. So not the best fixture on paper, although Liverpool to me look dodgy at the back. I can see Villa scoring. Hopefully Watkins will be involved. 3 returns in 3, all assists. So hopefully he will score a goal against Liverpool. You know, but we'll see. Then we have Visser against Bournemouth. Very happy with him so far. Has scored a goal. Is it a couple of goals he scored? Uh, Plenty of points anyway. Nothing last week. Hopefully he will score against Bournemouth. Decent fixture for him. Haaland against Fulham is, and Haaland is my vice captain. So hoping that he doesn't score too many goals. And hopefully Bowen scores more goals than him. What am I doing? I don't know why I'm doing this. It's bound to backfire. But there we go. And on the bench, I have Turner, who plays Chelsea. So I was never going to play him over Edison. Edison has Fulham at home, and Branthwaite on the bench. Branthwaite now looks like hopefully he will start ahead of Keane in the in the Everton team. He played last week, so Branthwaite against Sheffield United. Now I could play him again instead of one of the other defenders. Don't really like Everton defence, and I think Estepinian has higher attacking upside. You never know; they may get a clean sheet against Newcastle. They probably won't. I don't. And anyone that owns Pickford probably thinking that he's not going to make any clean sheets anytime soon either. I mean, he conceded against Doncaster yesterday, so sorry, Pickford owners. But yeah, so that's the bench. So we have Branthwaite, Pau Torres, Aston Villa play Liverpool, and Chukwuemeka, who is still injured, and I think now he may have gone down in value. It doesn't really matter too. Yeah, he went down by zero point 0.1 million, which is a bit of a shame. But um, it's saying he on the app that he expected back 23rd of September. So at the moment, he's not really a priority transfer out for me, or not the bench players. So that's the team really. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's it.